You had me all nervous. I thought maybe you'd done something stupid. You ready, my dear?
I'm ready.
No. I wouldn't. No reason for you to die too. I don't recall you being on the guest list. I'm here to talk. Very well, then. What can I do for you, Mr. Salvatore?
You don't need to kill Jenna. I'll take her place.
No, I don't know. I rather appreciate the symmetry of 3 women. 3 goddesses. Sacrificed at nature's altar.
Don't play games with me. You get what you want either way.
Quite the hero, aren't you? Yeah, I learned that about you.
Just make the trade. Me for Jenna.
You know, it's funny, all this talk about preserving family, and here's Stefan, granting your wish.
Stefan.
It's okay.
Well, who's it going to be, Elena?
No.
Don't worry. There's actually no choice.
No! Stefan! No!
I have other plans for your boyfriend. I want him alive. But for now...
Look who decided to come for a visit.
You just keep popping up, don't you?
I need your help. For my brother.
Well, whatever it is gonna have to wait a tick. You see, I have an obligation to my brother. It requires my immediate attention. And so I shall. Now, what am I gonna do with you? Do you feel that? It's scraping against your heart. The slightest little movement. And you're dead.
He's just trying to help his brother.
Oh, I just said you had a cure. Make me a deal. Just give me the cure, and I'll do whatever you want.
Trouble is, I don't know if you'd be any good to me. The way you are now. You are just shy of useless. I heard about this one vampire. Crazy book. Always on and off the wagon for decades. When he was off, he was magnificent. 1917, he went into Monterey and wiped out an entire migrant village. A true ripper. Sound familiar?
I haven't been that way in a very long time.
Well, that's the vampire I can make a deal with. That is the kind of talent that I can use when I leave this town. Let's talk, you and I. So, did Katerina make it in time?
You won't be seeing her again, you know.
Because she's on Vervain. I've been around a long time, Stefan. I rarely get played for a fool. Besides, she won't get far. You'll help me see to that.
What is it you really want from me?
All will be explained in time, once we leave this tragic little town.
Then are we done here? Can we go?
Not quite. You see, I have a gift for you. Come here, sweetheart. Don't be afraid. See, I want to make sure you honor our deal. That you'll be of use to me. I could have compelled her to behave, but a real ripper enjoys the hunt. Now we can go. I love it when they run. Kill this one quickly. Make that one suffer. I'll be in the car.
I wouldn't do that. Vampires.
You're swifty swift, right? Yes. My friend here is a vampire. He's compelled everyone in the bar, so don't look to them for any help. I, however, I'm something else. A different kind of monster. I've got some vampire. I've got some wolf.
What?
A hybrid, right? I'm both.
Hey, scotch on the rocks, please. Tell you what, Ray. We're gonna play a little drinking game. Something I like to call truth or wolfsbane.
Oh, this is gonna be fun, Ray.
My brother's still on our trail?
He's getting closer. I'm gonna have to deal with that.
No. Let me handle it.
Why should I let you leave?
Because you know I'll come back.
Do I?
You saved my brother's life. I'm in your service.
Oh, it all sounds so tedious and indentured. Aren't you even having the least bit of fun?
I'll make sure that my brother doesn't bother us anymore.
You're back.
Did you doubt me?
Not for a second. I knew you passed the test. You still care for your brother, for your old life.
I don't care about anything anymore.
You put on a good show, Stefan. I almost believe you. Let's hope for your brother's sake he does. You never stop caring about family, do you? But every time you feed, the blood makes it easier to let go.
I'm fine.
You sure about that? We've been walking for quite some time now. If you need some water or a little sit down.
You know, I get that we're stuck together. If we can maybe just skip the chit-chat, that'd be great.
So much brooding. Your self-loathing is suffocating you, my friend.
Maybe it's because I'm a little tired of hunting werewolves. Well, I've been at it all summer.
And thanks to our pal Ray, we've found ourselves a pet.
Who are you?
The important question is, who am I? Please, forgive the intrusion. My name is Klaus.
You're the hybrid.
You've heard of me. Fantastic. It's fascinating, actually. A werewolf who isn't beholden to the moon, a vampire who doesn't burn in the sun. A true hybrid. Stefan.
Are any of you human? Your friend here, he needs human blood to complete his transition to vampire. If he doesn't get it, he will die.
Just a sip. Anyone? A boyfriend, a girlfriend along for the ride? Okay. Who's next?
You're dead. You're all dead.
Well, he's through his transition. He should be feeling better soon.
To build an army of hybrid slaves?
No, not slaves. Soldiers. Comrades.
For what war, might I ask?
Oh, you don't arm yourself after war has been declared, Stefan. You build your armies so big that no one ever dares pick the fight.
What makes you so sure that they'll be loyal?
Well, it's not difficult to be loyal when you're on the winning team. That's something you'll learn once you shake that horribly depressive chip off your shoulder.
That's why you're keeping me around? To witness my attitude adjustment? That shouldn't be happening, should it?
Well, obviously.
Some master race.
Lose the attitude. Go get him. Where did he go?
He got away. Forget him. Let's go.
Fatal werewolf bite. Ouch.
Yeah, I'm gonna need your blood to heal me.
Well, I tell you what. You find Ray, and then I'll heal you.
Can't be serious.
You better hurry, because that bite looks nasty. They went rabid. Some of them I killed. The others just bled out. I did everything I was told! I should be able to turn them. I broke the curse. I killed a werewolf. I killed a vampire. I killed the doppelganger. You look like hell.
Last I checked, I'm dying. And you don't want to heal me.
Bottoms up. It appears you're the only comrade I have left. Looks familiar, doesn't it?
I can't believe this place is still here.
Go and fix us up a little something from behind the bar.
Yeah, sure thing.
I told you, Stefan. Chicago's a magical place.
This is me. With you.
Don't, he'll kill you. Nick's a lot stronger than he looks.
So this is the famous Stefan Salvatore I've been hearing so much about. You're right, he does have funny hair. I'm bored. I want to go.
Then go without me. I'm not your girlfriend.
No, you're my sister, which means you have to do as I say.
I don't recognize her.
Don't tell her that. Rebekah's temper's worse than mine. Time to wake up, little sister.
Why don't you just tell me what the hell is going on? I mean, you obviously want me here for a reason, right?
Well, you have many useful talents.
Sure.
In fact, I learned some of my favorite tricks from you. So, Stefan, enlighten me. What makes you worthy of an original like my sister? She's pure vampire, and you're no more than a diluted bloodline.
Don't listen to him, Stefan. Nick's an elitist.
And where's the rest of your family?
Well, let's see. I killed most of them.
But not all.
And you're okay with that?
Stefan, don't be mean.
What the hell are you doing? Thank you so much, Lila. Why don't you go and bandage that up?
I'd like you to join me for a drink.
What kind of sick freaks are you?
I said, drink. I didn't catch your name.
Go to hell.
Do you want another sip?
Liam. Liam Grant.
Liam Grant. Have another sip, Liam. Finish it.
Do you feel that? Is anybody here?
Why'd you bring me here?
Your friend, Liam Grant, the one who drank his wife's blood. I never could figure out why you wanted his name, and then you told me your little secret was all part of your special little ritual. To write it down and relive the kill over and over again.
So this is why you asked me to be a wingman? Because you liked the way that I tortured innocent people.
Well, that's certainly half of it.
What's the other half?
The other half, Stefan, is that you used to want to be my wingman.
They're jealous. Your family wants you dead because they can never be what you are.
An abomination.
No. A king. You know, you're a good friend, Nick. I'm glad I met you.
To friendship. I'm sorry, but the fun has to end here.
What are you talking about?
You must forget Rebekah and me. Until I say otherwise, you never knew us, Stefan. Thank you. I had forgotten what it was like to have a brother.
You shouldn't have to cover your tracks. Unless you're running from someone.
Story time's over. Fair enough. Let's drink on it. Kill them. What are you waiting for? Kill them. She means nothing to you. Your lies just keep piling up.
Let her go. I'll do whatever you want. You have my word.
Your word doesn't mean much. No, I lived by your word all summer, during which time I never had to resort to this. Stop fighting. Don't do this. Don't do this. I didn't want to. All I wanted was your allegiance. Now I'm gonna have to take it. Don't. You will do exactly as I say. When I say it, you will not run, you will not hide, you will simply just obey. 20 minutes. If Bonnie hasn't found a solution by then, I want you to feed again, only this time I want you to feed on Elena. Humanity is killing you. All the guilt must be exhausting. Turn it off.
No!
Stefan.
You're strong, but you're not that strong. Turn it off. Turn it off!
The homecoming.
I've been planning my father's funeral for 1,000 years. Granted, in no version of it were any of these people invited, but you get the idea.
So what now? Stop running?
Now, I reunite my family.
Your family? You mean the people you cart around in caskets?
None of that matters anymore. Michael's gone. Bygones will be bygones. Seems the homecoming queen still walks among the living, which leads me to believe Rebekah isn't here. Where is she?
I have no idea. I thought she was coming with Matt.
I'll be honest now, Stefan. Where's my sister?
I said, I have no idea. How would you like me to take you to your father?
Well, it wouldn't be a party without the guest of honor, would it? Bring him to me. Thank you, my friend. You no longer have to do as I say. You're free.
Klaus, get your hybrids out of Mystic Falls, or I will remove them myself.
You see, if you continue to threaten me, I'm going to be forced to retaliate, kill people, and it'll get messy again.
Do whatever you want. I don't really care. Or you know what? Maybe I do. Yeah, maybe I care so much that I drop Elijah in the Arctic.
Well, maybe I'd be willing to lose one brother if it meant killing yours.
Try me. Let's find out. Well, one down. You may want to send the rest of them away before it gets messy. Again.
What are you doing?
What's going on?
I just fed her my blood. No more hybrids if she's a vampire.
You won't do it.
Really? Try me. Because your coffins are next to go. Say goodbye to your family, Klaus.
Stefan, slow down! Stefan, stop it!
Fine. I'll send them away. You win.
Stefan! Stefan!
Stop the car, Stefan!
Come here to eat, Klaus. In fact, I didn't want to come here at all, but I was told I had to because you would hear us out.
Well, we can sit and eat, or I can reach down your throats and pull out your insides. Choice is yours.
What's your appetite? Eat. I thought we agreed that we would leave the grumpy Stefan at home.
That's the spirit. Isn't this nice? 4 of us dining together. Such a treat. Is this what you had in mind when you pulled the dagger out of my brother?
Well, I know how I felt about you, so I figured the more, the merrier.
Well, Elijah and I have had our share of quarrels over the centuries, but we always make it through.
Kind of like you and Rebekah, right? Where is she, by the way? Last I checked, she was still daggered because you were afraid to face her.
Where is the lovely Elena tonight?
I don't know. Ask Damon.
I'm sorry you missed so much. Trouble in paradise.
One more word about Elena, and this dinner is over.
Hey, you know what? Probably best just to keep Elena in the do not discuss pile.
You're probably right.
Yeah.
It's just the allure of the Petrova doppelganger still so strong. Each one of you truly believes that you're the one that can protect her, and that is simply a delusion. Gentlemen, the worst thing for Elena Gilbert is the 2 of you.
I guess the only reason you agreed to this evening, Klaus, is to drive a wedge between me and my brother.
I know you're doing that well enough on your own. Because of Elena, you're going to lose your brother, and you only have yourself to blame.
Nice try, Klaus. But no deal.
What are you doing? Stop! Now bring me my coffin before I burn him alive.
Oh, the sexy doctor, good work.
Oh, good. A hero. What do you want?
Here to make a deal.
Stefan, what are you doing?
8 stakes made of white oak. The part of Wickery Bridge that you forgot to burn.
That's impossible.
Actually, it's not. Finn's dead.
You killed my brother?
Damon, in exchange for the last 8 weapons, I can kill you.
And how do I know there aren't any more left?
Because there aren't.
11! Really? So not 8, then?
You really shouldn't have
I'll
lied.
get you the other 3.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Or since you lied, maybe I'll just compel your brother to chew out his own tongue.
What is wrong with you?
What is wrong with you? Do you really have no appreciation for me? I have given you someone to hate, to loathe, a target for all of your anger.
So you don't have to turn it on yourself. I've given your life purpose as your friend.
I really think you should be thanking me.
Step down, or you both die. You set us on this path when you released my mother. I wonder if revenge will prove worth the cost.
Oh, I'm done with revenge. As far as Esther, we've stopped her before. We'll stop her again.
We're strange bedfellows, you and I. You know, all of this reminds me of our time together in the 20s.
You say that like I'm supposed to have happy memories about it.
Well, there were moments. Real friendship. Brotherhood.
Well, he already has a brother. Not to be, territorial or anything.
Oh, no, of course. The Salvatores and their unshakable bond. I wonder what'll happen when Elena finally makes her choice. Will we see you shake just a little bit? Is that any way to treat a guest?
What are you doing here, Klaus?
Well, for starters, young Jeremy here could show some manners and invite me inside.
Why don't you go up to your room?
Now.
Poor lad. Loses one questionable father figure only to be replaced by the likes of the two of you.
Yeah, about that. Something happened.
Oh, I know all about my mother's invulnerable little creation. That's why I'm here. I'm leaving town, just need to pick up a few road trip necessities. Spare tire, flashlight, doppelganger.
Can't help you there.
Put it out.
Come outside and make me.
Elena's not here. Lara Kessler and Caroline. He's gonna kill them both unless you turn yourself over to him.
Now I know you're not asking me to walk into a certain death.
I really wish we could. But unfortunately, if Lara kills you, there's a 1 in 4 chance that we die too.
Take those odds.
And a 100% chance that Tyler dies.
Good with that, too.
Why don't we just figure out a way to put Alaric down?
Okay. How about Damon sneaks in and distracts Alaric while Stefan grabs Lena and carries her to safety?
That's a great idea. What's to stop me from getting killed instantly?
Nothing.
What's up?
Good. Perhaps this plan won't be an epic failure after all. You know, if this does go off and we drop the history teacher in the Atlantic, I'm still leaving with Elena.
I'll go with you.
Really? What's the catch?
There's no catch. I turned my back on everything here to make sure Elena's safe.
And that is what makes you her better option. It's a shame it's not easier for Elena to see that. I mean, personally, I think she's wasting her time with Damon.
You know, all this time and energy you've spent trying to get me and my brother to hate each other. It's actually had the opposite effect.
Has it? Has it really? Well, then perhaps I should let Elena decide which Salvatore joins us. Being as you and Damon are so close.
Go for it. Damon and I have been through a hell of a lot worse than you. I was gonna take him, but I figured you went through such trouble to truss him up in your red room of pain.
It's from the Inquisition. I thought it was a nice touch.
What'd you get out of him?
Not enough. He's mum about the council fire, and he's not saying anything about this greater evil we're all supposed to be shivering over. What brings you snooping?
Well, I can't say it in front of him. As I'm sure you figured out, our friend here can't be compelled.
You're full of mysteries, aren't you?
Who is this guy? What's the 5?
So many questions.
It's a good thing I have nothing to do today except get answers out of you.
Fine. You might actually be useful in persuading my sister to cooperate. The Brotherhood of the 5 was a group of highly skilled vampire hunters. We crossed paths with them in the 12th century, apparently. Though our friend in the other room is the first I've seen since then. Kind of makes you wonder what they've been up to all these years.
And Rebekah had a thing with one of them?
Oh, she didn't just have a thing. She fell in love with him. He told her all his secrets, which I will gladly share with you, provided you do one thing for me.
And what's that?
Get Rebekah over here. She's being stubborn and hateful. I need to make peace with her. I want her to give me some very important information about the hunter, which she won't do unless she believes we've made up.
Let me just name the million other people I'd rather be having dinner with right now.
Fine. I'm sorry. I often forget how delicate you are. Forgive me for the story.
How is a weapon the answer to all my prayers? Okay. Why don't we just skip with the theatrics and get right to the point?
Not quite yet. Because in order to find this weapon, we need to solve the puzzle, which seems to have disappeared.
What puzzle? Tattoo. What is it?
A map. Leading us to its treasure.
I thought the daggers didn't work on you because of your werewolf side.
They don't. Tell him what the hunter told you the tattoo leads to. What's this great weapon that could bring about the end of the vampire species?
A cure. He said there was a cure.
There's no cure for vampirism.
Telling the truth, Stefan.
Then why wouldn't you have searched for it, found it?
Because when the hunters drew their final breath that night, the marks disappeared from their body. The map was gone. The Brotherhood of the 5 extinct. For 900 years, there was not a whisper of another hunter until our friend in there showed up in town.
Well, now we have the map. What do we do next?
We don't do anything. You can't be trusted, little sister. You'll be blabbing this secret to the first boy who calls you pretty. I mean, it's pathetic. Really, isn't it? How she continues to hand her heart to any man who shows her a hint of affection. You'd think she would have learned by now.
Well, I hope you got what you wanted out of her before you chased her off.
She never would have told me what I needed to know. But she'll tell you.
What do you need me to find out?
The map is useless without the tool to decipher it.
The sword.
She knows where it is. And you're gonna get her to tell you. You have a chance to save Elena from the very thing that's going to destroy her. You can call it a deal with the devil if you like. I have a plane waiting. I'll get the sword. My hybrids will keep an eye on Connor. You put Rebekah somewhere no one will find her, and make sure Jeremy forgets everything he heard today.
Take care of it.
No one must know about the cure, do you understand? Not Damon, not Elena. Nobody. If this gets out, it could mean all our deaths. So if you tell anyone, I'll erase each and every memory from all of you.
I won't say anything.
It's just you and me in this, Stefan. Some secrets are stronger than family.
I don't want to talk about it.
Well, I can't imagine why, what with you ruining all my plans for a hybrid-filled future.
Well, it wouldn't have happened if you hadn't sworn me to secrecy.
Well, life's full of ifs, Stefan. But let's accentuate the positive, shall we? The hunter was one of 5. We'll find another. It may take centuries, but we've got nothing but time, right?
You're using your comm voice today. Who's getting killed?
Not you, if that's what you're worried about. But I am concerned about your beloved. Have the hallucinations started yet?
What do you know about that?
I'll tell you. Where are you?
Manor House.
How convenient. So am I. You know, this would all be a lot more civilized if I was just invited inside.
Bad enough I'm out here talking to you. What do you know?
I killed the original 5 hunters, remember? When one kills a hunter, there's a bit of a consequence.
What kind of consequence?
The hunters were spelled by witches to kill vampires. If you prevent one from fulfilling his destiny, then he'll take you down with him.
What do you mean, Connor's dead?
I mean, Connor's death won't prevent him from making Elena his final vampire kill.
Looks like a giant snowflake.
I prefer to think of it as an expression of postmodernism. It's my donation to the Winter Wonderland charity event.
Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves, you know.
What is the point of my hybrids being sired to me if I can't maximize on the benefits of free labor? What are you doing here?
Elena is sired to Damon.
I intuited as much.
Which means I need to find the cure now more than ever, and yet here you are making postmodern snowflakes.
I've delivered.
Or maybe you're lying about having found the sword.
Why would I lie to you, Stefan? We're in this together. The hilt acts as a cipher which we'll use to decode the marks on Jeremy's tattoo when he's killed enough vampires to complete it. I heard you moved out of your house. Bit of a martyr move, hmm?
I broke into your safe to look for the sword.
Why?
Because I don't trust you.
I showed you the sword. I explained its value. I've been on your side the entire time. What do you want from me? A secret brotherhood handshake? Well, is keeping my victims' letters really so different from writing their names on a wall? Like you did. Ripper. Loneliness, Stefan. That's why you and I memorialize our dead. There's the briefest of moments before we kill where we literally hold their life in our hands. And then we rip it away. And we're left with nothing. So gathering other people's letters or writing their names on a wall, it's a reminder that in the end, we're left infinitely and utterly alone. Leaving so soon? Apologize for breaking up this sordid little tryst. But I do have some urgent business. Or have you forgotten that our paranoid brother Cole is running around with a White Oak stake and homicide on the brain?
He tried to kill me last night. I didn't forget.
Yes, well, unfortunately, he seems to have absconded with my set of daggers. I need that dagger, Stefan. Talk some sense into her.
Why don't you talk some sense into her? I'm headed home to play prison guard to Damon. He's on lockdown ever since Cole compelled him to kill Jeremy last night.
You see, that's my point exactly. If you let Cole roam free, then Jeremy won't live to see his junior prom and we can kiss our map to the cure goodbye. But if you help me dagger Cole, Damon will be uncompelled, Jeremy will live, and we'll all be on our merry way to a human Elena.
Give him a vial of blood every couple of hours so he doesn't desiccate. If he gets too much strength back, or if he just annoys you, bleed him out again.
Silent treatment, huh? Is that your best shot? He's still pissed at me for sleeping with Elena.
You sure about that? Because I caught him trying to sneak out of Rebekah's bed this morning, which would suggest to me that he's moved on.
Well, well. Looks like my brother ripped out a page of my revenge sex handbook.
Well, why don't you two enjoy your little, villain bonding time? I'll let you know when I get the dagger from Rebekah.
Blood went missing from a few hospitals. What about Elena? Don't vampires with their humanity off tend to overindulge in human blood? Or were you the exception?
It's not Elena.
Well, let's say for a moment that it was Silas. I'm struggling to see how this affects me.
Look, Silas wants to die and be reunited with his one true love. But he's supernatural. So if he takes the cure and dies, he gets stuck on the other side.
How Shakespearean.
But if he destroys the other side altogether, he can take the cure, die, and pass on. But in destroying it, every dead supernatural being will return to our side.
That means every werewolf, every witch, every vampire. I wonder how many of those you personally killed. Care yet?
My interest is piqued. How do we stop him?
Bonnie said Silas needs to complete 3 massacres to do the spell. Before Professor Shane died, he convinced the pastor to blow up the council. Next, he had you kill your hybrids. And now, he only needs 1 more massacre. So if he's here, that's what he's doing. We need to find him. Well, we don't know what Silas can do. So if we do have to go head-to-head with him, an original hybrid who can't die might come in handy.
Besides, Stefan and I work well together. Or at least we did in the 20s.
Well, granted, my emotions were off.
And that's why you were more fun. Don't underestimate the allure of darkness, Stefan. Even the purest hearts are drawn to it. Welcome to New Orleans, old friend.
Klaus, as I live and breathe.
Stefan Salvatore in the Crescent City. This ought to be very good. Or entertainingly bad.
I'm just in town for a little R&R. Hate to disappoint. So, how are Elijah and whoever else you brought back from the dead?
Oh, you know the Mikaelsons. Never a dull moment. So of all the gin joints, you pick ours. 4 walls and vulnerable to the magic of those pesky locator spells. Bit of a coincidence, isn't it?
Damon's looking for me and I don't want to be found. I figure you, of all people, can relate to family drama.
Sylvia, this is an old friend. Please keep his cup brimming. It was very noble of you to stand up for the human faction as you did. And in such uncharacteristically sweeping dramatic fashion.
I did have some help.
How is Caroline?
Sylvia, I think we're gonna need another round.
Your old friend. Get out.
If I leave, she'll kill me.
And if you stay, I will. Get out.
Get out!
What are you doing here?
The right thing, I hope. Do you love her? Caroline?
Why? Do you still have feelings for her?
I have far too many complicated women in my life already. Caroline is the reason the tip of Raina's blade ended up in your flesh, isn't she? You were protecting her.
No. I was protecting Damon.
Then let her go, Stefan. Let her go. Or spend an eternity sacrificing everything good you have with her for your brother. Believe me, I've spent an eternity watching Elijah do the same for me.
I'd be happy to let this be the end. Am I too optimistic in thinking we'll never see each other again?
Well, that depends. Are you going to do the right thing?
By whom? I assume you don't mean my brother.
By her.
I love her. I know that you did once too. I promise I will only do right by her.
Thank you. You take care of yourself, old friend.